bed, and for some reason it didn't go off. And then, God bless Howie, he let me sleep, not realizing that I was supposed to be on here at 11. Second Sunday of Advent, and we are having our Advent tea today. And today's tea is, now, somebody corrected me, it's not puka, it's paka, or pucka. And this is called Supreme Matcha Green. And it says, where are the ingredients? Green tea, sencha green tea, pinhole wild jade green tea, Indian green tea, matcha, Jeju Island emerald. Okay. All right. Well, let's just see. Pretty green. Hey, Marnie. Hey, Audrey. I'm really sorry I'm late. Malka. Wow. I didn't even have to send it. You know what? I better share this too on Messenger. Hang on a second, folks. Let me just go over to Facebook for a second. We got to let this steep anyway. This is Supreme Matcha Green Tea. And we got my hot boiling water here and my honey waiting. So let's just let that steep. Well, I'm so very, very sorry that I am late. It won't happen again if I can help it. All right, now where is my thing here? And I'm going to share it with... there's people. Malka's usually one of them. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where is Melody? Okay, Melody Ray Bratz Randall. Let's see. Roberta Cook and Corey. Because those folks don't always, I don't know. Anyway, there we go. I'm off live. Or I'm off Wi-Fi. Good. Happy Sunday, Malka. What do you mean late? It's Sunday, day for rest. So you get up early for day of rest? Normally, I have to tell you that the live is on. I'll put my heater on my feet. It's good to see you, Malka. It really is good to see you. Deborah Kanji. Ken Geyser. Angie Mack, Karen Parsons, Rodney, hi, Simply Jessica, Mary Cook. And am I missing anybody? Oh, I should be on live chat, eh? So today's tea is Paka Supreme Matcha Tea. Ken Geyser? How are you, everybody? Ooh, you know what? I keep saying, oh, that's good. You know what? I haven't had a bad... Oh, and by the way, that Feel New Organic that I had on day one, I'm saving these because I'm checking how I like. The one with the fennel and the licorice root and all that, everybody told me I was hyper that day. This gave me an energy boost of like nothing I have ever seen. So I want to get some more of that. My feet are cold today too. It was 70 degrees 2 days ago. This weather's crazy. Well, they say global warming isn't a thing, and they got to stop calling it global warming, because when you call it global warming, normal people go, it snowed in April. Why do you call this global warming? It's not. It's climate change. And everybody thinks that, you know, it's all blown out of proportion. It is not. I've been on this shit since I was 14. And global change, climate change, is a natural occurrence, but not at the speed that we're doing it. The use of fossil fuels alone across the world, coal, oil, gas, has just skyrocketed us into, when they say global warming, they mean, okay, there's a ozone layer all around the earth. It's kind of like a clear glass bubble all around the earth, but it's not glass, it's ozone. And it filters the UV light that comes from the sun, the dangerous, nuclear light that comes from the sun. And then there was a hole in the ozone layer reported in in the 1970s. And my dad told me all about chlorofluorocarbons and spray paint and aerosols and all that stuff. And that's when I got my education. But nobody talks about the hole in the ozone layer anymore. Okay? That ozone layer is why we have to wear sunscreen. The hole in that ozone layer is why. Because what happens is the sun's radiation comes in through the hole. Okay? And we have so much fossil fuels going. You'd think the hole would let the pollution out, but it doesn't work that way. But the whole thing is the more fossil fuels we stir up in our bubble, the more polluted we get, the more overwhelmed the planet is, and the trees cannot, and the plants cannot cope with cleaning all of that air. So it puts more carbon in the air and all that bullshit. It's really nasty. Biden's begging OPEC and Russia for oil. We have Hi, Andrew. I drink Kirkland green matcha tea. It's delicious, hot or cold. Well, this is certainly lovely. It is. But I might have overdid the honey. But here in Quebec, it's chilly and cold. Not leaving the house today. Getting jobs done. No, it is. I'll show you what it looks like today because the sun is putting glare on my phone. Let's do this. That's what it looks like out today. Whoops, that's a little too far. That's what it looks like today, folks. Sunny. And we got a bit of snow overnight. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to show you nothing. We got snow last night. Not much in the valley, about 2 inches, but a month late in western Montana. I'm drinking Lipton orange tea this morning. Ooh, that sounds delicious. It is. I could trust you, Malco, but it's sitting out. I'm looking out my window. I just wanted to share it with you. Sunshine on the snow. And we are decorating the YouTube family studio tree today. It's not going to be highly decorated, and those who are with me on Freaky Friday got to see it lit up because Howie erected it and I put the lights on it. But it came with pre-lit white lights, so I put as many colored lights on as I could trust myself with. Hey, Mrs. Jamer. Yes, thank you. Bev, your hair grows so fast. What's your secret? I have no idea. Do you know? Oh, I gotta have another sip of this tea. I have no idea. Do you know that as I was making that video, and I may release the actual video I made a video for Mikey and Amanda, telling them all about the quilt and showing them basically what you guys got, only not sped up and all that stuff, right? And you get to hear me explain the different people and stuff in the quilt. Hey, Mama Cat. Hey, Angie back. So I lost it. I have to make icicles for the tree downstairs. I forget what I was talking about. Hey, Emerald Skies. So the tree isn't going to be a whole lot. Remind me. Hey, Vicky Lemire. Where the heck are my scissors? There they are. Oh, sorry, folks. How did I do that? Here we go. So, oh, my hair growing so fast. Thank you, Mrs. I was doing the video. And when I first started that quilt, I was starting to wear these to hold my hair back. Okay? It was only like that long when I started it. I've been on this quilt since before their wedding. So, spring 2019 or so. So I've been on this quilt for like 2.5 years. Their wedding, their anniversary, their second anniversary is on January 4th. Right? So they're getting it for Christmas. But while I was making the video, I had to go way back and get some of the original footage. And I'm looking at, God, my hair was short. Like, it was short. A little bit longer than this, but it was still short. And then it got longer. And the next thing, by the time I got the quilt on the frame, I'm in a ponytail. And by the time I'm almost done quilting, I'm in braids. And then when I'm done, I'm like this. It's like it was a real time capsule to watch. There is no secret. I just keep cutting it off and it keeps growing back, but I'm letting it go now. So we're going to have at least the next 6 months of don't look at my hair. I thought I looked more like a rooster. I want a parrot. And I was talking to Briar. I told Briar, if we ever get locked down in this country, I'm buying forever and ever a day, I'm buying a parrot. But then I realized it would have to go to Briar because they live like 60 years. Oh yeah, here's my light. I can't believe that on Friday, when I was doing Freaky Friday, my brand new ring light that I've used like 6 times, died. This cheapie I've had for I don't know how long. It worked great. Like, I don't get it. Where? Johan, how's it going, darling? I haven't seen a decent amount of snow in years. I couldn't help myself. I'd just put on my ski pants and go hike if I'd lived there. Well, that's what we're doing today. Howie and I are going to get my Christmas tree. Our Christmas tree. I know I say it's mine. He really has no interest in it. The only interest Howie has in the Christmas tree is picking it. And he always picks one too big, puts it in the stand, and then expects me to decorate it. So, where Howie takes my line. What line was that? And what video was that? Do share! You can't share here, but... Okay, these are tinsel pipe cleaners. And the reason I'm not making a video, I literally went to town to get these. Is because my tree, because your tree, the Studio Family YouTube tree, I might take the rest of those ornaments down, is pretty plain at the moment because it's just paper and cardboard ornaments. I'm going to give it a little bling by making, oh, where's this? Don't look at my hair. Yeah. Take a pen and you fold the end over and then you just wind. And then the end, you make it into a hook. And then you go whoop and you pull it to the length you want and then you slide out. And these are icicles for the tree. But I'm going to leave them all smushed up so that I can carry them down the stairs later without bending them. So I'm just going to leave them smushed up like that for now. And I happen to have, well, the top one's not empty, but I happen to have an empty Tim Hortons cup to drop them in. It's snowing. Where is that again, Vicki? Is that in Pennsylvania? I can't complain. I guess besides minor worries, how are you doing lately? It has been a while since I got into a live. Well, I don't do lives on our half acre homestead anymore. Hey, Angie. And I do lives, and the only reason you're catching today is, well, today's Sunday, right? I'm not awake, guys. I'm not awake. Upper Michigan. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow last night, too. Hey, Hope. Hey, how's it going? Making icicles. Something you can do with your grandkids, Angie. Making icicles for the downstairs tree that I'm decorating this afternoon. Marquette County, Michigan. I love the quilt video, Bev. It's a huge blanket, perfect for this time of year, and a nice pattern. Would cost a lot in the store. I wouldn't let it go for anything less than $1,000. My the one that my sister has, the grandmother's flower garden quilt, that entire quilt is made by hand. And all of the pieces were cut out with scissors. That thing should have been about $3,500. So, but yeah, I'm really glad it's getting mailed out tomorrow. I didn't make it to the post office yesterday, and I was busy making this video explaining where some of the fabric came from. So, what is Codal? I use whatever's on sale. I use cotton or fiber fill. If it's just a regular gift quilt, I will put a blanket liner in it, or a sheet backing. I use, fiber fill. I get it offline. I listen to all the half acre homestead videos at work while I'm working. Oh, well, thank you, Rodney. Maybe you could make money, Bev, in the future. How? Doing what? I'm not sure I understand what that means. You managed to get to the post office on Friday. Has your card come yet, Andrew? Because I put extra stamps on it and in hopes. But it's a little late compared to the one I sent out for Australia. Oh, God, no. On making quilt, you never make enough money on quilts. It's one of those things that it's too labor intensive. My hands wouldn't live with it. Oh, Codal, like cotton batting, white and hand stitching the quilt gives it a puffy look. No, I just used regular batting. I didn't want anything puffy because I was quilting it by hand. Here I am straining my chicken stock. Good for you. Hi, Roberta. I went to the hardware store yesterday, got another case of $15.99 jars. God, they used to be, the last time I bought them myself in a Canadian Tire, I was shocked that I had to pay $10.99 for a case of quartz. $15.99? Gee. That is way to gouge the people, eh? It was an idea, and I thought about it years ago, but by the time I got to the point where I'm any good at it, I've still got 4 or 5 quilts that are in different stages of being worked on, and they're coming next. So I'm going to start sewing in my chair when I watch TV on the grandmother's flower garden quilt, because that is Arthur and Mel's wedding quilt if they ever decide to get married. Hey, la grosse patate. Is it Andrew? I like natural cotton or wool. Yeah. The best thing you can do is go to thrift stores. Okay, I learned this when the kids were small, but now everybody's onto it. Go to thrift stores. Look through their blankets. Do you know how many Hudson's Bay blankets, the green ones with the black ends, oh, that blanket got got by somebody. That was a real nightmare. Let me know if you want to hear about the green Hudson's wool blanket quilt. Um, and my dad's fall sailor quilt. Um, side of the highway, side of the major highway, couldn't stop to get the bag that fell. Anyway, I've got my grandmother's flower garden quilt to finish. I have my wool shop quilt. Oh, right, going to the thrift store. I went to the thrift stores. Forget what I was looking for. Something. I wanted to put a bunch of shit in my kitchen, like cutlery, and I didn't want to spend the prices, and we didn't have a dollar store in the area back then. So I went to St. Vincent de Paul's. Woke up this morning to the sounds of workers building a massive deck next door. You should see it, Bev. The whole of next door's backyard is decking, about 40 grand in wood and labor. Wood's not cheap these days. I mean, seriously, I look at it this way. People build these great big houses nowadays with inky-dinky backyards. It's like people never go outside anymore. I mean, I love the fact that, I mean, we only do it a couple of times a year, but I love the fact that if I want to, Howie and I can walk up and get a fire going in the pit and sit down and put supper on and pretend we're camping. I mean, that's all part of life, right? I really want to get a sunbonnet Sue quilt done for my oldest daughter. I have a patch. I have a sunbonnet Sue patch somewhere. It's not my cup of tea, but it will be beautiful. It would be beautiful when they're done. I've seen them. And butterfly ones and shy boys so yeah, I've got the wool shop quilt, the grandmother's flower garden quilt, that 100-year-old quilt that I was restoring. The mice got it. I have to finish Briar's quilt. I was just recovering it in t-shirt pieces. I have to put a new cover on Howie's quilt because he's not ready to let it go. So he said he'll set her for, because I can't recover the whole thing. It has to, because I can't go through it stapling it with yarn. So I'm going to put a top on it and then just staple the top to the quilt itself. So I'm at the nicicles. So we're going to go out today and get my Christmas tree for upstairs. It would be a real shame if you and Howie didn't become grandparents. It has been the best time of our lives, and we didn't even know. Well, I'm not holding my breath, because holding my breath means I have expectations, and having expectations means when they're not met, you get disappointed. So I'm not saying I'm not having grandchildren anytime soon. I'm just saying I don't have any expectations. Is that better? And if it happens, it happens. Now see, you wrap it around a pen, put a hook on it, and look. Ooh, and that is a beautiful icicle to hang on the tip of the tree. Now I've got to fold it all back up, but I love, there's something so satisfying about pulling it out semi-straight. She's Filipino and loves to grow veggies, so there's growing boxes being built too. I think she hates mowing grass and weeding. Amen. What's the point? My weeds run wild. You know why? Most of them are medicinal. And but once a summer, twice a summer, Howie goes over the whole property with a whippersnipper and makes it all neat and tidy. And every year, I put more and more of last year's runner rugs. Giant Tiger loves me for runner rugs, because I buy new ones for in front of my dishwasher and stove and for in front of the wood stove. And then the following year, I put them down in the garden and I buy new ones. I put them down between the beds to help, because Howie would have to snipper that once a week if I didn't. Hey, Kara! The biggest quilt I can make is a queen, and that's what you saw on today's video. Yeah, it is better. It is better if we look at it as an expectational thing and not as a disappointment waiting to happen. I'm not expecting anything, so I won't be disappointed, but I will sure be surprised if it happens, and I will be thrilled to the gills. And then someday I will have grandchildren to do these kind of crafts with. Dad was Don Larson. My dad was Don Larson Trucking. Okay, wait a minute. I know a Don Larson. Howie, wasn't Papa Bear Don Larson's dad? Does he play poker? Does he play poker? That would be such a riot. Because I knew Don Larson Sr. and Don Larson Jr., and we played poker together in Las Vegas. We were on the same team, the Hold'em Radio Pirates. Oh, that's a shame. Wouldn't that have been a wild coinkydink? Eh? Oh, yes, of course I'm planning the videos do the spaghetti sauce. I'm probably, now that the quilt's done, I'm probably going to be doing that all day tomorrow. I'm probably going to be doing that all day tomorrow. Because today I'm visiting with you guys. Then we're going in a cup full of fun. Yay! And so much more to go. And then we're going to go out and Howie's going to get dressed, and we're going to go out and we're going to look for a Christmas tree. Now, I'm going to videotape it only because I think we're getting our tree off of our own property, and we've only ever done that once before. So, the tea flavor today is Pucka Supreme Matcha Green, and it's delicious. But that feel new gave me so much energy. So much energy. I'm telling you, people said, Bev, you're hyper. I says, no. It had to be the tea because it was the only thing I'd had. How do you manage to clean your house? I don't. Well, I do. And Howie helps. You dressed, dear? Howie helps. I have a thing like yesterday. Yesterday was the day I swept. Right? I pick one chore. Yesterday, I swept out the bedroom, the bathroom, part of my office. I only came in so far. Even I don't like to disturb the dust in here. But I swept the bedroom, the bathroom, the hall, the part of here, living room, dining room, and the kitchen. I rolled up the rug. I swept under it. I swept out my bay window, put the Christmas cloth down where the tree's going to go. And then I vacuumed the rug. And Howie can attest. It takes me almost as long to vacuum as it does because when I vacuum, I do a deep vacuuming, and I do it for about 10 minutes. And I do that like once a week. So I don't manage. I have dishes. I haven't done yesterday's dishes yet. But you know what I mean? I pick my battles, man. I just pick my battles. Dad drove truck and helped Pan and Dolan fix the blacktop roads. Oh. Howie's still got the sniffles. But it's not that big a deal. If he still has them tomorrow, his headache's gone. He has no chest congestion. He's just got a bit of a sore throat and the sniffles. And if he still feels that way tomorrow, I'm going to phone him in sick. And we'll go from there. But he's already feeling. You're already feeling a whole lot better, eh, dear? Absolutely. Say so. Echinacea, zinc, D3. Did you take your vitamin C? Took everything. And I've been making him chamomile tea because I ran out of lemon tea with a wedge of honey and a slice of ginger, or a wedge of lemon, a coin slice of ginger, and honey. The more the neighborhood invests in their property, the more our house goes up. Already our house is worth 150. Well, we paid 33,000 for this property because it had sat empty for a year and it was ready to fall down. It's now worth 140 because Howie's quite literally rebuilt it from the ground up. He's redone foundations. All the windows have been replaced. He built the porch. He built the deck. He closed in and finished the basement. He put a new roof on this place, and every piece of siding on this place came from us. So I'm going to say this is the house that Howard built. Well, yes. But you know what? Like people, the thing is if you're vaccinated and you have and you get like symptoms like Howie's, like the common cold, you could be, carrying a variant that's like deadly to people like us. But when we get the common cold, people look at us and go, oh, you've got COVID, you're going to kill everybody. It's like, no, we're not vaccinated. Our symptoms aren't mitigated. Those are the normal symptoms of the common cold. And if it gets worse, fine. If not, it's just going to isolate and it's a cold. It usually takes 3 to 4 days for it to kick out. Cornish pasty. Oh, he's fine. As a matter of fact, when we went out yesterday, he said getting out and getting some fresh air was a really good idea. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go look for a Christmas tree. And then later on today, we're going to decorate the YouTube family studio tree downstairs with all our homemade ornaments, even if they're homemade with a pipe cleaner. And you're back. One day a week. Yeah, I don't even do 1 day a week. Like normally I was taking Briar to shopping once a week, and I couldn't afford that in gas. Gas has gone down a little bit. It's almost like they're trying to go, oh, see, we're dropping the gas prices. Don't worry about what we're going to do next. Just pay attention that we're lowering the gas prices. Turdo has to go. My house was built in 1904. It was built to last, and she has. Oh, that sounds beautiful. We paid 73 grand 11 years ago, and now I'm looking for a good used plain gas dryer for $250 because I don't want to pay 900. Well, you know what? I'm looking for a stove. As soon as YouTube corrects my paycheck and stops docking me 25% of my net income, then I'm going to. But I am not buying another new dryer or stove. I will go hunting at used stores. I will look on the internet, but I ain't never walking into a brick again and trusting that they say what they say about the appliances, because Whirlpool sucks. Hey, Stephen. Oh, everybody can cook, Malka. You just got to teach yourself. Hey, Beth, how are you, darling? The vacation will be the hill I die on. I will not get it. I will move if I have to. You know what? There's no running from it, honey. Okay, let's not use the words, but let's just talk about it. There is no running from this. There is only picking your spot and standing. Why? Look at what's going on in Down Under. Okay? They've got people rounded up and putting them in quarantine camps. No thought to whether or not they have a job, no thought to whether or not they got to pay their bills, no thought to whether they're separating families or anything else. I got a load of laundry hanging outside. Wow. I bought secondhand washer dryer and I'm happy with it. Well, the first new washer I ever bought was by GE, and I bought it at the Brick. I had a thing with the Brick, and it was beautiful, and it went for years. And then there was a time when it had the central agitator. You could take off this fabric softener cup and take the central agitator off, and it gave you a really thin agitator for delicates. Well, one day the locking mechanism that locked the bigger agitator in place broke. So you know what I did? It was busted right, like the clip was busted right off. I took a screwdriver, and it's like the idea of putting nails in an axe head, nails in the handle of an axe to tighten it up, right? I took a screwdriver and I drove that frigger right down and by the part where they separated, and I hammered it in, and then I broke the handle off it. That thing worked for another 3 friggin' years like that. GE. Good old GE. Hey, Avonlea Ann. Yeah, it is a waste of money. Hi, Lacey Black. How are you? We haven't seen you in a while. Skippy Jones. So, yeah. So when this is all over, we've kind of got Christmas planned and laid out. Nobody's coming except Briar, and that I'm aware of. Everybody's got their parcels except Mikey and Amanda and their quilt, which will be, shoot, I'm dropping them. Where'd you go? There you are. Which will be mailed out tomorrow. Well, I mean, you know, I live with Howard, and then I grew up with my dad. Okay. And, you know, you just learn how to manage stuff. Well, mine is still going, but it eats coins if you don't take them out of your pocket. The dryer's okay. The dishwasher's a piece of crap. I don't like the washing machine. I don't like the dishwasher, and I don't like the stove. So my fridge can stay, and my dryer can stay. And for now, my washing machine can stay. I shouldn't have put the hooks on them. I should have just made them into springs. I can't lug baskets of laundry. I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds. And I do that on a regular basis. It's dark and cool. Well, it's sunny here, and we got a bit of snow, but it looks like it's going to snow some more because the sun is trying to hide. And what's going to happen is Daddy and I are going to go Christmas tree hunting with built-in burner. Well, I think what I'm going to do is, I despise dishwashers. I'm fine with my dishwasher as long as nobody else does anything to it except unload it. I've brand new dishwasher, and I let the wrong people load it. And it's just burners, my lady friend. Well, the problem is, Malka, is I want to get the heavy canning burners, but the problem is Maytag is kind of like the Dell of appliances. Okay, if they break, they can fix them. But I fixed mine, but it's still dying. I'm still down to 2 working burners. So what I'm going to do is, when my paycheck comes in, and they've refunded me all the money they've taken, and I get a full proper paycheck, I'm going to go on the hunt for a secondhand stove. And I'm not just going to buy one off of Kijiji. I'm going to look at appliance places online that actually sell secondhand appliances. Now listen, guys, I have a lot to do before we decorate the tree live later today. Okay, I considered making the tea break the tree thing, but no, I promised you a tea break a day right up until Christmas Day, and we're going to decorate the tree later. But I got some stuff I got to get done, and I've got to make sure Papa's dressed and ready to go. All right. So let's say a prayer. Oh, Kenmore is awesome. I love Kenmore products. My favorite sewing machine is Sears Kenmore. Love Kenmore. Yeah, I think I'll look into Kenmore. So, for all those who care to, please help me close with a lift of love and light to each other and to the world. Okay? You don't have to. This is where we drop the walls religion erects between us and joins hands in faith of love and light. They're not made like they used to be. Okay, deep breath. Hey God, source creator of all, thank you for bringing us together today. Why didn't you wake me up? Maybe you thought I needed sleep too. Thank you for bringing us together today to enjoy our tea and our time and our little bit of crafts. May we lift each other up into the light of your love, God. And may we also lift up those people that are having hard times making their miracles happen. The alone, the frightened, the sick, the elderly, the rejected, the neglected. All of those people, God. Everybody's worthy of love. It's whether or not they decide to accept it, is whether or not they keep it. So, God, give your love and light freely like you always do. And we will soak it up and lift it aloft and share it with the world until we meet again. Amen. Have a great day. We'll see you later today, 4 or 5-ish, maybe a little later, when we decorate the YouTube studio Christmas tree. Take care. God bless. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And I think I'll film when we're out looking for the tree and put it up as a video. Okay? Love you guys. I got a lot of baking to do this week. Baking, baking, baking. Look for it all. It's all coming. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.